Primordial Radio.
Massive, incredible news from the world of metal today, particularly for those of us who were getting into metal in the early 2000s. So, it has been announced, they've been teasing it on their socials, but it's now been officially announced that Trivium and Bullet for My Valentine will be teaming up to tour together to celebrate 20 years of their respective albums, Ascendancy and The Poison. Not gonna lie, very happy about this one. My second ever gig was Trivium at the Wolfram Hall in Wolverhampton about 2006. It was just after their performance at Download Festival in 2005, which of course was really the launch pad of Trivium's career here in the UK. The dates for the UK tour are as follows. So it starts in January 2025. That's the 26th in Cardiff, then going to Glasgow, Manchester, Birmingham, and wrapping up on the 1st of Feb at the O2 in London. A few years back, we had the pleasure of speaking to Corey and Matt from Trivium, talking all about Ascendancy, and this is what they had to say.
Like, at first, we were just kind of just stoked that we were on tour, and then I remember, when we were touring, just opening for anybody or anyone that would take us on the tour.
God Forbid tour was the first one.
Yeah.
It was us and All That Remains co-flip-flopping slot 1, Scars of Tomorrow, God Forbid headlining.
Wow. We toured from '04, April '04 till August, pretty much not really nonstop, but we had a couple tours in there, doing a couple 2-week runs. And our first full US tour was us opening for Chimera and Machine Head. And then we just did all those touring, just getting some road experience. And then we went and made Ascendancy. And we just kind of were just stoked that, we had a record coming out and we could go on tour and play shows. And touring in the US all that time without a major label record out, it wasn't like we had anyone really oh yeah, Trivium, It's just we were just playing and just having fun. The fact that we just got to go up and play every night and hang out and have some drinks and chase girls or whatever. And then it wasn't until the first time we came over here, when we were just talking about we played Wolverhampton.
Yep, I was at that show.
First show, and it was
so
that,
cool.
that was the first time.
I was gonna say that makes me feel old, but I guess I was only 18.
It makes me feel a little old now.
But that was the first time we've ever played a show where there was genuinely fans of ours.
We couldn't believe it.
Because I walked off the bus, anytime we ever did touring, it's you just go about your day, unload the trailer. It's got off the bus and there was people waiting with the records to sign and stuff. And I was we were whoa, people actually know us. It was the kind of first oh wow.
And recently we spoke to Jamie from Bullet for My Valentine, who had this to say about Tears Don't Fall.
Is this the biggest hit of Bullet for My Valentine, would you say? Tears Don't Fall?
I think it's definitely the classic number. I think everyone knows.
I'm having a look now. I've just gone onto Spotify and seeing how many plays this track has had. Would you care to hazard a guess? Do you know?
It's definitely more than 50.
Just a bit. It's currently sitting on 278,694,542.
Don't tell anyone, but I think I downloaded it. Jeez, I'm playing wire.
Yep.
No, I did, to be honest, but yeah, and then I did. Yeah, I remember going to HMV and buying the record. Like I said, it's such an important album, The Poison. I think
it's fine. I feel like we've put enough money back into their coffers over the past 20 years. Bullet for My Valentine and Trivium touring together for Ascendancy and The Poison. Amazing. Let us know your thoughts in the comments.